Welcome to the GSP, sir. I think it was a wonderful opportunity to learn from you, interact from you, sir. All of us has heard about NEP in the past, but never gone into the detail. Seeing the idea, news in the either we are against, for, sharing the cacophony of the news about it. But first time, at least for me, it was great learning to know that how it changes the whole paradigm from the teaching to learning, and that was the one thing which is there, sir. Sir, I just wanted to ask you, one of the things unique about the GSP, as I told, GSP is one of the premier institute here, and then we take students from the Polytechnic and BE also and ITI also, and all three sits in one class. So from national education policy, do you see, I see as a teacher that the learning happens across the platform, so people learn from each other, peer learning also. How the NEP or what is your experience on the peer learning here, sir?
Sir, if you look at the National Education Policy document, a lot of emphasis is given to peer learning. And all of us have experienced this both as teachers and as students, that one of the most powerful methods of learning is learning from our classmates, learning from our peers. Many of us must have encountered this. We were not able to understand what the teacher told us. We would ask one of our classmates who we thought has understood, "Are yaar, mujhe ye samjha do." And you understood it much better than what the faculty would have possibly explained it to you. Today, in many institutions, sir, they have started this policy of peer mentors.
Yes, sir.
Where a student is given a certificate at the end of the semester or the end of the year saying you served as a peer mentor. That you fulfilled your role as a peer mentor. You were with 6 or 7 of your classmates, supporting them in their progress forward. So peer mentoring is recognized by the NEP as a very, very powerful tool of learning, especially when you are doing it with those who are from your own batch. There is quickly a very famous story about a leading industrialist who in his final year of studies was told by his teacher, "You get all gold medals, that is great. But can you do something to help 3 of your classmates who are not able to clear the course?" And he says that year he concentrated on his studies but concentrated on their studies also. And when the results came out, he was more excited to look at his friend's results, not his results. He knew he's getting the gold medal. But he says the joy I felt that those 3 people had passed without any compartments, he says, gave him much greater joy than his own result. So you see, in this whole peer mentoring process, not only are the students benefited, but the mentor is also benefited in that sense.
Yes. I think that's good to hear from you that the peer learning is given the enough importance in this. Considering the institute like as I see the nowadays a lot of institutes are coming up and technology is getting focused, but technology is changing every quarter, every half month. But do you feel NEP is it same for across all the non-technical courses, technical courses, because there are a lot of labs or medical labs? Is there any change or not?
So 2 things on that. NEP is not prescriptive. It is suggestive.
Okay.
So it says that depending on what is relevant for the course that you are structuring, you have the flexibility to alter it depending upon the requirements of the course that you are dealing with. So that is one thing that is made very clear as part of the National Education Policy, that what is required for a course depends upon the objectives that that course seeks to fulfill, the objectives that that course seeks to achieve. One more thing that the National Education Policy has done is it has tried to prevent this classification of courses as being elite and non-elite, important. It has said that learning across domains is important.
Yes, sir.
So we should not grade courses,
yes,
but focus on courses based upon what is the utility at the end of the day that that course offers to the beneficiary. So that I think is again a very important movement forward. If you look at NEP, sir, They don't distinguish between, it says we should not distinguish between state university, central university, deemed university, this university. All are universities. All are focusing on knowledge. They have actually done a threefold classification. Research intensive universities, teaching intensive universities, and autonomous colleges. Now, this is a threefold classification, but not a categorization.
Not a correct.
All three are of the same level. It's not that research intensive universities are superior to teaching intensive. It's just that their focus is different. And all three are at the same level for them.
So I understood they have removed the hierarchy into the teaching. I think that's the good to know. I think this also I learned today only through you. Sir, as you know, that you must have interacted with our faculty and something. So can you just pass some message to our faculty when they will see this one?
No.
So how they can be lifelong learner, what they should do considering the things are changing, how they can implement something, while the policy says something, as you rightly told, policy may be having a lot of policy words and other things, but how we implement on the ground, that's the important.
Sir, as you rightly put it, today technology has become an important part of the learning process. But I would underline the point that technology is a tool and not an alternative.
Yes.
Technology cannot replace the teacher.
Yes, sir.
Technology can only support the teachers. It is a tool for learning, it's a guide to learning and not a replacement to the learning process.
Yes, sir.
And I would say, I saw the enthusiasm, energy of your colleagues, and I'm sure you are very proud of all of them.
Yes, indeed.
I think today every faculty is realizing that if I do not do a new course, register for a new program, do something online, I'm going to be left behind.
Yes.
So today a lot of teachers are taking on doing courses. In my university, we encourage faculty that you decide what course you want to do. But come back at the end of the year and tell us that you have done so many hours of learning. We have also said we will support you. If that learning requires you to pay a fee from the institution, let's support you for that. But unless my faculty upgrade themselves on a regular basis, they will not be able to be abreast with latest developments. And therefore, that need to continuously acquire knowledge and update yourself is, I think, very critical today.
I think it's great to hear, sir. Sir, one last question I would like to end my session with you, saying, I think I read somewhere a very good line, in the maybe around 20-30 years back, people used to depend on teacher for the information and the books for the information. With now the information is available on your tip, like the mobile and other thing. Google is there. People depend upon the Google. How the faculty can do, and then what happens then the student doesn't find the teachers. Earlier teacher has the superiority because teacher knows more and they are imparting knowledge to you. Nowadays knowledge is being imparted by the online tools, the various mediums, sir.
Sir, you are 100% right. Today our students can gain the information from so many sources.
Yes, sir.
When you were studying, when I was studying, the teacher was an important source of information.
Yes,
today, no longer.
No longer.
Today, in spite of the teacher or even without the teacher, students can gain
knowledge,
information.
Yes, now information. That's right, sir.
I think today, faculty job is a facilitator's job. Yes, sir. Where I help the learner convert the information into knowledge.
Wonderful, sir.
See, they have access to information. How do I help them give a meaning to that information? Yes. And that meaning to that information is transforming that information into knowledge. And yes, that's where my role as a faculty comes in. Yes, sir. I'm not giving them what they could anyway read from a book. Yes, sir. I'm giving them a deeper meaning to that based upon my research experience or my other experience. Which helps the learner transform that information into knowledge. And that's my role today.
Yes, sir. I think I fully agree on this point, sir. And thanks a lot for sir,
Thank you,
your
sir.
session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.